New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the Intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
handheld augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sanders' group to manipulate those thugs.
Yeah, but who? Who would know we were developing the Typhoon?
Same people who attacked us last time, Roy. I mean, come on. We were testing it when they broke in.
All right, I'll give you that. So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Governments aren't the only ones hiring mercenaries these days. Isolé, Kusanji, Taeyong Medical. Any one of our competitors could be behind this.
Well, well. If it isn't Attila the Hun, fresh from the killing fields. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Jensen, you back to handling security around here? Because somebody's stealing supplies again. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for Detroit PD to get answers. Listen, they're corrupt. They're all corrupt. Like the rest of this city. Right. I'll see you.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
I'm hoping it'll pay off for us later. Sanders was furious when he found out his hacker was augmented. He's not gonna rest till he finds out who set him up.
Oh, and you're naive enough to think he'll share the information when he gets it. I thought you were ready for this, Adam.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Well, maybe they didn't like being held off so long at the plant.
Is that my head of security speaking? Or the ex-cop? Listen, Adam, I don't want to squabble about this. I need you to get to the bottom of it. You've still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Boss, what you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Look, Adam. You know the police never fully investigated that first attack, don't you?
Yes, but...
But nothing. We lost a lot of good people, top people. And I'm beginning to think Detroit PD doesn't give a damn. Someone is pulling strings to keep us in the dark.
And in your world, the ends justify the means.
My world is your world, Adam. And if getting that neural hub illegally will show us who's behind these attacks, and maybe even help us go after them, yeah, you're damn right it does. So get going.
Were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words, that man is trouble.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
No kidding. General O'Neill would have canceled all our military contracts if anyone got a look at it.
It would be the least of our problems.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Calvin. The Typhoon is a suicide terrorist.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office.
That our own government requested
Adam Jensen?
Oh, right. Well, lucky for us, Jensen was there to recover it.
Jensen, remember me? No, that sounds too desperate. Hey, Jensen! Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
And I should care about this because...
Damn, Adam. Are you really going to shake me down like this? That's cold. I'm hurting here. Look, I may be able to get my hands on a weapon mod for you. Jeez, never thought I'd have to buy your help.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
We don't know that for sure.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to kill him.
There's no way you can say that for sure.
Let me finish, Will. We had the world's sympathy for a while, but isn't it funny how quickly it turned on us?
We just need to show the world what good human enhancement can do for people. We need to finish what Megan started. Hey, Jensen. Rumor is some of those pro-human bastards got away tonight, including their leader. Think they had inside help?
Talk's all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
God, I can't talk about it. Another bunch of radicals burst through the door like right now and start shooting.
I know. It's so awful. Because you'd be the first to... I mean, you'd be...
I'd be the first to what?
Nothing. Forget it.
All they do is watch Picus and listen to the one-sided pundits talk about us like we're monsters.
Dory, your family has a right to their opinion, but they don't have the right to ostracize you for yours.
They think I'm some kind of evil farmer. They say I'm harvesting fake body parts and allowing the butchers of the human race to carry out their plan. It's just awful.
We all know how divided this country is right now. The Civil War split up families. So did the Iraq War, Texas separatism. At the end of the day, you have to do what you feel is right.
Jensen, you're an animal. I saw some of the news footage from the plant. They were pulling body bags out of there by the dozen. Josie Thorpe. She's the plant manager.
Right, Josie. Yeah, I met her. What happened?
I heard the leader of the terrorists had a gun to her head, but Jensen talked him into letting her go.
Wow, that's amazing. Good thing Jensen was there.
Saved us all another funeral, that's for sure. God knows we've had enough of those.
Adam, I heard you left behind quite a mess at the manufacturing plant tonight. Have you ever considered anger management seminars?
Mr. Jensen, I heard it didn't go so well at the plant. Oh, did they really use poison gas? God, what an awful way to die. But I guess you're not here to talk about that. Can I help you find something?
Thanks, I'll find my way.
Of course. Have a good evening, sir.
Mrs. Reed?
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I never asked for this. They say they saved me, but I'm not sure saved is the right word.
I understand your anger. I wouldn't take too kindly to people making that kind of decision for me, either. But that being said, I, for one, am glad that you're still among us.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
like baseball. That new Sun Park is a monster. The agile therapy they put him on saved his career. I got a right to live my life as I choose. And this little corner of the universe here is mine.
Soil? I know, and that guy Taggart claiming he has no connection? I don't believe that for a second.
I heard he's coming to make a speech at the convention center. That's like when the NRA went to Columbine after the second time.
Moses himself, coming to free us from the evil pharaoh, Seraph II.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for a plague on all the humanity front houses.
I'll bet you never have trouble finding a seat on the bus, do you?
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network, including directory assistance, tourist information, and Street Quest. Services are temporarily offline. Thank you. Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network, including directory assistance, tourist information, and Street Quest. Services are temporarily offline. Thank you.
Hey, pal. I can see you've had some work done, and I'm wondering, what do you think about this augmentation debate? Looks to me like a typical power grab.
Why did you do it? You were beautiful just the way you were.
take a hike.
Well, shit. If it ain't the captain himself. Mr. Seraph done fixed you up good, ain't he? Give you new set of glasses and everything. Damn.
How you doing, Letitia?
Didn't think I'd see you walking this boulevard anytime soon, that's for sure. Not after what happened 6 months ago. People said you's down for the count.
People tend to underestimate me.
You and me both, Captain. You and me both. You got any credits you could spare?
Here. It's not credits, but...
Mighty kind, Captain. Mighty kind.
How about you give me some information, and then we'll see.
Oh, damn, Captain. You ain't no cop no more. Why you gotta insist on using them rules?
Because it's my money this time, not the department's. You want it, you better give me something that's worth it.
Yeah, I guess. So what you wanna know?
You've always had a good feel for this city, Tish. What's the mood on the street these days?
Oh, things ain't looking good, Captain. People losing their jobs, their homes, locking everything they's own into those garage door storage units round town, hoping nobody breaks in and steals stuff. Mr. Seraph gonna save us? He better do it soon.
Or what?
Not sure. Just feels like this whole city's waiting to explode, especially in the alleys behind the gas station. Most of the time, you's fine walking there, long as you don't cause no trouble. But you do something wrong, well, cops and punks both trigger happy these days.
I might need to do a little trespassing soon. Maybe get inside some places where I'd rather not be seen going in.
You being kind of vague, Captain, but maybe it's best I don't know the specifics.
You got that right.
What I do know, though, is that most people tend to look down, not up. And even when looking down, they don't necessarily think about what's under their feet. If a person ain't too squeamish about getting dirty, they might be able to get inside one of the more sensitive areas in the city. Especially if they arm themselves ahead of time with the right information. I was just guessing here, Captain. But since you ain't a policeman no more, maybe it's a bit hard to get you inside that police station some days. Especially when things are being classified. There is a door I know about, though. Connects to the sewers. Only thing is, it's usually locked.
Hate to tell you this, Tish, but that information isn't worth the admission price you're charging.
That's 'cause I ain't giving you the code yet. Jeez, Captain, have some patience. $25.99. $25.99. Interesting thing about the sewers in the city, Captain. Some of them pass right under the police station, but that don't stop some people from hiding things down there.
What kind of things?
I was not sure, but a bunch of them walls been patched over pretty quick. Man like you might be able to find out why. Especially if he's fixed up with some of the magic eyes that sees through stuff. Mr. Seraph has to make eyes like that, don't you think? Now, I's not advising you do this. You's being an AUG and all. But if this trespassing you's needing to do happens to be inside D-Row, street gang territory, then yous definitely don't want to be seen going in.
Because the ballers would sooner rip me apart than ask questions.
Exactly. You being an AUG now and all. But some of them old buildings over there are real crumbly up near the top. Fire escape's still okay though. So maybe you find a hole, get you inside if you goes up.
keeping my fingers crossed the whole time that the building doesn't fall apart on my way down.
Oh, they stronger than you think. But it's true. You might want to invest in some of Mr. Serif's falling down augmentation before you goes in. 'Cause I'm pretty sure them elevators don't work.
It's been a while since I walked the beat. Where would a less than exemplary citizen go these days if he needed to acquire some unlicensed firepower?
Well now, I hear there might be a gun seller or two around town. But an adventuring man, especially one fixed with some of that fancy techno-limbs Mr. Serif makes, he might be able to acquire a few more if he's willing to go the extra mile. Shit, Captain. That all you got? I was you. I'd look for some bright lights coming out of the windows of a boarded-up gas station nearby. And a bodyguard maybe hanging around.
I think I've got all the information I need right now, Tish. Maybe next time.
I'll be right here waiting for you, Captain.
It's impossible to hail a cab in this part of town.
Damn security first. The arrogance. Who the hell are they to decide what I do with my body?
That's a pretty lame come on, hun. Especially since I just know this humidity is ruining my hair.
The biomod industry is going to tear this city apart. Mark my words.
Hey, pal. I can see you've had some work done, and I'm wondering, what do you think about this augmentation?
Oh, man, Eliza, this is
There has
so
to
hot.
be more to it than that. Niashia Akim is way prettier.
But Eliza has intelligence, and I love how she dresses. So cool.
Intelligence? She just says what Picus tells her to, and Picus only reports what the government allows them to. Eliza is just a puppet.
Well, she's one hot puppet.
You're so dumb.
Adam? You got that neural hub yet?
You're asking me to pull off a heist, boss, inside a police station. It's gonna take time.
Right. Well, if you can't talk your way past the lobby, there's gotta be another entrance outside, in back or on the roof. Safe the frontal assault as a last resort.
fucking Motor City bangers. Who they think they are? The sewers was our turf, the whole sewers. Except near the cop shop. Blues made sure nobody hung around there.
Hey, you look like the kind of guy who'd know how to lay his hands on some explosives. You know, hush hush. I heard the mob is stashing stuff down in the sewers.
Oh, please. You can't actually believe the Purity First are freedom fighters.
Not yet. But just wait until the machine men take over.
You watch too many movies.
Seriously, dude. Bill Taggart and Purity First are the only ones who've got the guts to defend us against those Ogs.
Interesting that you include those two in the same sentence.
You listen to too much left-wing radio.
Automated Information Network, including directory assistance, tourist information, and Street Quest. Services are temporarily offline. Thank you.
Help out a fellow man down on his luck?
That serve actually thinks augmentation are going to help mankind.
Spare some credit so
There
I
are
can eat.
people in this city can't afford to eat.
I'm on to you. I know you're spying on us, studying us.
Why would you book me a trick inside D-Row? What if some shit goes down? How am I even gonna get out of there?
Don't worry, baby. I'll come to get you.
You crazy? They ain't just gonna let you go through the front door.
There's a way in on the 4th floor of the building next door. Or if you can get away, meet me in the sewers.
What you say? I ain't crawling through no sewers on account of your bullshit. What's the deal, baby? Need something?
This DRB turf, asshole. Don't try it.
Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. You look a little different too, Xander. What's your new gig?
Deep cover. I'm keeping tabs on the derelict row ballers for now. I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever. That and the fact that, well, it's pretty obvious. But jokes aside, you couldn't have come at a better time, Jensen. This case I'm on, we're stalling and we could use a little external help.
Go ahead.
I'm with IA now, and we're working a sting on a dirty cop named Jack O'Malley. Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear he's got friends in high places.
Okay, and where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't. I need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment, sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player, major consequences. We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
How about the target, O'Malley? Got any more info?
He's a cop, but he went on assignment with the feds for a while. No reports, no address, nothing. We're pretty sure he got tied up in major covert ops, but never got anything solid on him. He has a badge, but he doesn't feel like a cop at all.
I haven't walked the beat in a while. Could you give me a quick sit rep of the local gangs?
You know, gangs are not the finest example of evolution, if you catch my drift. Everything's pretty much the same. The derelict row ballers are still dealing and stealing, getting into fights with OGs, and defacing augmented people's property.
Yeah, right. Upstanding citizens.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Motor City bangers. Ignorant scumbags just like the DRBs, only some of them are augmented scumbags.
Can't let a guy like that roam free. I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant, even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
Okay. But we have to be careful how we handle this. It could discredit your investigation.
True, but thing is, Jensen, it's either this or there simply won't be an investigation. You know me, I usually play by the book. Only this time, the bad guy's a friend of the publisher.
So what am I looking for in O'Malley's apartment?
Information, drugs, weapons. Basically anything you think can be used to build a stronger case against him. The more you get, the better.
Okay. What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Yeah, I needed to get in there and track down a shipment of weapons for me. We managed to gain access to solid information that will tie it to O'Malley, but I need proof it's really there. They've probably stashed it around somewhere.
A cop dealing weapons to a criminal anti-AUG gang? Not a pretty picture.
Got that right. I guess we both agree. Nothing good can come out of this, huh? I don't know where exactly the DRB's cache is, but I know there's a bonus for you if you manage to sneak in and out without being spotted. Would make shit easier to handle on my side.
What about the undercover assignment? Posing as a hitman?
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess. The usual guy just got busted for possession. so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
And you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And what about the witness?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location, you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and prep him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out. One of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
Okay, let's do this. You can contact me on my info link if anything comes up.
Excellent. Oh, and Jensen, one last thing. To protect my cover, it'd be better if you only contact me again once you've taken care of everything.
Look at the equipment you've got. Woo! Why not give me a little demo?
I never let T-Boss be booking me with no cogs. I
This
find
price
it
in
nasty.
town, I think they're kind of cool. Yeah, to me, it's a welcome change to the dirty old men I usually get stuck with.
All the ones hopped up on Z.
Yeah, at least that no-pose drug the Augs take don't make them all uppity and shit.
Cog lovers, huh? To each their own, I
Hey,
guess.
big.
What the hell? You been reading the Super Spy Manual or something? Long coat, check. Sunglasses, check. Attitude? No doubt.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed.
I ain't afraid to fuck you up.
You hear what that Pikers bitch was saying?
The resurgence of Detroit due in no small part to Seraph Industries.
What a fucking load.
No offense, but I wouldn't get enhancements even if I could afford them. And the shots.
Oh, let me guess, you got nothing to spare. That's all right, man. We all got our crosses to bear.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed.
I ain't no guinea pig. Ain't no way I was getting off just to keep my job. I ain't no guinea pig.
You like baseball? That Lou Sun Park is a monster. The agile therapy they put him on saved his career.
Dollars in the stock market. Why can't tomorrow's lucky millionaire?
If you ask me, these riots are David Seraph's fault. How can you say that? He has this air of arrogance about him, this sense of superiority. People don't like arrogance.
David Seraph has almost single-handedly kept the city afloat for the past 15 years. A lot of people have jobs because of him.
Doesn't mean he has the right to look down on us. In fact, most people who support augmentation technology have that sense of entitlement about them. Like, because they have money and can enhance themselves, they can do whatever they want.
Put it in perspective, Sherry. If the people you're talking about have jobs, chances are they have David Seraph to thank for it.
One cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Before you ask, no. Your mirror
Back again
has
to
not been
Detroit,
replaced,
where
Mr.
A
Jensen.
handful of people were taken into custody this evening, following yet another anti-augmentation demonstration.
No offense, but if it were up to me, this place would have a no-aug policy.
Mr. Jensen, I fixed up your apartment real nice. That special request you asked for works like a charm.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
Mr. Taggart went on to express a sincere desire to stand in front of the General Assembly with David Seraph, united in their cause to find a common ground. Should that day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Back again to Detroit, where a handful of people were taken into custody this evening following yet another anti-augmentation demonstration. This time, patients attempting to access the 2nd Avenue Limb Clinic found their route blocked by supporters of the Humanity Front movement. The pro-human organization had received permission to gather in protest earlier in the week, but police decided to shut down the legal rally prematurely and closed the Broadview Tunnel. Perhaps they feared what might happen once the hostage situation at Seraph Industries resolved. Regardless, several violent skirmishes did break out, but no serious injuries were reported. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taggart, celebrity author and founder of the anti-augmentation organization Humanity Front. Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport, Taggart called the attacks
an extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostage takers. Now, that being said, I do hope the UN takes a concentrated look at what happened here tonight.
Mr. Taggart went on to express a sincere desire to stand in front of the General Assembly with David Seraph, united in their cause to find a common ground. Should that day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Back again to Detroit. Re-establishing security system. See you soon, Mr. Jensen.
It was spur of the moment. It didn't mean anything.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I knew you and that mask were close, but I didn't realize you were that close.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I wanted to be reminded of what it was like to be with someone normal.
You were the one who wanted us to get enhanced. Now you're saying we're not normal anymore. Well, I'll try not to touch you too often with my cold, dead metal hand. Okay?
Yes?
Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport.
Before you ask, no,
An
your mirror
extremely
has not been
regrettable
replaced, Mr.
affair.
Jensen.
I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person, to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed.
You an ex-banger? You got the look. Maybe you know the Big Ant. He's been busting DRB heads for years.
I'm sick of it, man. I get hassled by the cops every day. But a real fucking gun runner lives in an apartment right here. He gets away scot-free. What a fucking joke.
I know about you, Oggs. You're like sophisticated surveillance equipment. On legs. I'll bet you're recording every word I say and feeding it back to the corporation that made you.
This city is one big gutter and always will be.
You think this is bad? Wait till the UN passes that legislation thing. Detroit is gonna be one giant breadline.
That's what I've been saying. David Seraph ain't saved this city. He split it into the haves and have-nots.
Yeah, damn right. I've been limping for 10 years. Don't I got the right to get enhanced? No. Even if I did, how the hell am I gonna afford that drug? Neuropupazine.
Neuropazine.
Whatever. Gotta pay up the ass for that one.
Damn Ogs. Those power-hungry bastards. Every last one of them.
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs and shit. Throw him in the ring.
Dogmentation?
Yeah, word. We should, what do you call that? Register. Patent.
Copyright.
Yeah, copyright. Let's copyright that shit. Dogmentation. Yo, we gotta be rich, man.
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those Ugg lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop 'em.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station for weeks.
Oh, word? I wanted to get some upgrades for my Zenith 10 mil.
He can hook you up nice, man. If you go, tell him I sent you. I want a discount next time.
Word. I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips. Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops. How may I be of service? Always a pleasure.